So today, Kids Gig friends, we read the last story in our storybook Bible. But I'll tell you up front, the story's not really over. It is to be continued. I think I have friends here today to help us, so I'm just going to lean on my good friend Oakley here, and we're going to tell the story. A dream of heaven. John sees into the future from Revelations 1, 5, 21, and 22. John was one of Jesus' helpers. He was old now and living on an island, which might sound nice, except the island was a prison. The leaders put him there to help make him stop talking about Jesus. But I'm sure you don't think a little thing like being in a cell in a prison on an island in the middle of an ocean could stop God's plan, do you? One morning, Jesus appeared right there in John's cell. Jesus' eyes were bright, shining like the sun. "I am going to show you a secret, John," Jesus said, "about when I come back." His voice was like the sound of rushing waters. "Write down what you see so God's children can read it and wait with happy excitement." Then Jesus gave John a beautiful dream, except John was wide awake, and what he saw was real, and one day it would come true. This is where John was. And before we read about the dream, I would invite you to maybe close your eyes, or I like to look up at the sky, especially when it's this bright crystal blue, and just dream and envision what God has in store for us. I guarantee you it's going to be better than your wildest dreams. I see a throne, and on the throne is a king, and the king is Jesus. All around the throne, people are bowing down. They are giving him their treasures. There are loud cheers and clapping and bright laughter like 1,000 waterfalls, and everyone bursts out singing a new song. This is our King, the Lamb who died so we don't have to, our rescuer. All honor and glory forever and ever, and every creature everywhere in heaven and on earth, and under the earth, and in the sea joins in. And then from all around a wide, immense, beautiful silence. And I see Satan, God's horrible enemy, thrown down, defeated. And here's the picture. You see what's happening there? How everyone is getting along, how there's peace and praise and worship and joys that we can't even imagine. I see a sparkling city shimmering in the sky, glittering, glowing, coming down from heaven, and from the sky, heaven is coming down to earth. God's city is beautiful, walls of topaz, jasper, sapphire, wide streets paved with gold, gleaming pearl gates that are never locked shut. Where is the sun? Where is the moon? They aren't needed anymore. God is all the light people need. No more darkness, no more night. Everything is bright and beautiful and sunny. And the king says, "Look, God and his children are together again. No more running away or hiding. No more crying or being lonely or afraid. No more being sick or dying. All those things are gone. Yes, they're gone forever. Everything sad has come untrue. And see, I have wiped the tear away from every eye." And then a deep, beautiful voice that sounded like thunder in the sky says, "Look, I am making everything new." And here's the castle in the sky. What did you imagine when I read that? It was hard to squeeze all John saw into words and fit it onto a page and cram it into a book. All the words on all the pages of all the books in all the world would never be enough. "I am the beginning," Jesus said, "and the ending." One day, John knew heaven would come down and mend God's broken world and make it our true, perfect home once again. And he knew in some mysterious way that would be hard to explain, that everything was going to be more wonderful for once having been so sad. And he knew that the ending of the story was going to be so great, it would make all sadness and tears and everything seem just like a shadow that is chased away by the morning sun. "I'm on my way," said Jesus. "I'll be there soon." John came to the end of his book, but he didn't write the end because of course that's how stories finish. And this one's not over yet. So instead he wrote, "Come quickly, Jesus," which perhaps is really just another way of saying, well, Kids Gig friends, as the story continues this Pentecost, we can continue to dream of heaven, what God has promised us. And I wanted to leave you with just a couple parting words and a prayer. On the last page of our Storybook Bible, there's a note. It's a paraphrase of John 1:12 through 13. "For anyone who says yes to Jesus, for anyone who believes what Jesus said, for anyone who will just reach out and take it, then God will give them this wonderful gift, to be born into a whole new life, to be who they really are, who God always made them to be, their true selves, God's dear child." Because you see, the most wonderful thing about this story is, it's your story too, and it's mine. Do you remember how Jesus taught us to pray? Let's close with our prayer together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thanks for being here, Kids Gig friends. I'll see you again soon.